So,
Hello.
hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
1 minute. 1 minute. Yes. The sound is echo. Just one moment. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Am I audible, sir? Clearly now?
Yes, sir. Very clearly you are audible.
Okay. Okay. Now let us start
Okay, sir.
the session now.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
On behalf of the Progressive People's Forum, I welcome you all on this Sunday. We have a distinguished and scholarly speaker among with us, Dr. Dipak Ulemale sir. He is from he is the assistant professor at Srimati Savitatai Uttamrao Deshmukh Mahavidyalaya Digras Yavatmal, and he has completed his PhD on the topic Mahatma Phule's contribution to subaltern studies. Dr. Ulemale sir has been very active in the social work since his student life. He is very much uh, social activist also. He has organized many successful programs since 2007, and he is the member of state uh, body of Akhil Bharatiya Satyashodhak Samaj, and he has also arranged the guest lectures, guest speeches of Honorable Arvind Mali sir, Hari Narke sir, even also Advocate Prakash Ambedkar sir, Hanumat Upre sir. So he has organized many speeches of highly scholar personalities, and he is going to deliver a talk on the topic Mahatma Phule's contribution to subaltern studies. This is very unique topic on which he has completed his research, and on this occasion I welcome you sir on behalf of the forum, and I request you to start your presentation. Over to Ulemale sir.
Thank you, Professor Shuddhodhan Kambli, sir, for such a nice intro of myself. Today, on behalf of Progressive People's Forum, I am delivering here a lecture on my PhD topic, Mahatma Phule's contribution to subaltern studies. Since last month, I am attending programs of this Progressive Forum. It's a good initiative by Shuddhodhan Kamble sir and all our friend colleagues. It's my privilege and it's really a great opportunity for me to present my topic on this platform on the Progressive Forum, on Progressive People's Forum. As we know, who is Mahatma Phule, what he has done, which kind of a literary contribution for the welfare of the subaltern. The topic of today's lecture is Mahatma Phule's contribution to subaltern studies. In the modern age, in the contemporary era, this term has got a widespread acknowledgement through the entire world. Subaltern study, subaltern approach. First of all, it is necessary to know what is my topic and what kind of initiatives I have taken here. The present thesis is dedicated to Mr. Mukta Salve, one of the true disciples of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. My thesis is dedicated to this great girl. She wrote a beautiful essay on the sorrows of women, sorrows of oppressed class. So I would like to dedicate my thesis to Miss Mukta Salvi. She has asked a number of questions through her essay to the system, to the present system, to the contemporary world. What, what is our position in this orthodox society? First of all, what is subaltern? Literally, the term subaltern is synonym of the word subordinate. The term subaltern came from Middle French subalterni and late Latin subalternus. This term, in modern usage, came from Antonio Gramsci, Gramsci's work on cultural hegemony in the context of the historical account of the oppressed class. That means history told from below. Such kind of initiative Antonio Gramsci has taken through his writing. He has written a number of books. A prison notebook is there in 12 volumes. Against the oppression of Mussolini, he created a great fight. In one place, Gramsci show honor about Mahatma Phule, an inborn genius person. He uh, he he attribute Mahatma Phule as inborn genius. So some people don't need more education. With the help of a few education, few classes, by learning few classes, by going few steps, they can become visionary and they can see behind the edges. So Antonio Gramsci and subaltern, his subaltern approach, I have used for this study of Jyotiba's work. Especially Jyotiba is a term, first of all, such kind of honor used by Baba Sahib Ambedkar. His book, Who Were Shudras, is dedicated to Jyotiba Phule. Antonio Gramsci developed the idea of hegemony, which doesn't depend as the rule of one class over another by economic or physical power, rather persuading to accept the system of beliefs of the ruling class and to share their social, cultural, and moral values. That means only economically or physically, uh, that means economic and physical power. It is not necessary to only economic and physical power. That means dominance of one class to another. But more than it, that in some beliefs, some ideas, that some traditional views, some traditions we follow, of the ruling class, and and they seem that these traditions are ours. When we accept this as it is, that means we becomes the oppressed class, the part of the oppressed class. The term subaltern has close resemblance with the term Shudra Ati Shudra, coined by Jyotiba Phule. That means it's a synonymous term. What is the subaltern for the Western world? Shudra Ati Shudra is more relevant term, which is synonymous for the subaltern class of India. My first chapter is introduction, and in that introduction, I have taken some brief points of Mahatma Phule's life. What kind of movements he has introduced in his time period, where he went, where he taken the education, and how many classes he went in his school, and etc. His family background, the family tree is there. Basically, his native place is Kadgun, Mahatma Phule's, and Savitribai Phule. He married with Savitribai Phule, and with the help of that revolutionary lady, he, there was the 50 years happy life moments in their life. And with the help of Savitribai Phule, Jyotiba established Satyashodhak Samaj, the Truth Seeker Society, in 24th September 1873, 12 years before Indian National Congress. He used to call Indian National Congress as Brahmin Sabha. This National Congress found in 1885. Before 12 years, Jyotiba Phule, with dreams in eye of the developed India, he found that Truth Seeker Society. When he found this Truth Seeker Society, there were 60 members who came from, who invited by him by press note from Pune and Mumbai and adjacent places. I would like to inform you that Indian National Congress, when he found Alan Macton Hume, found this organization. Both of them were the social organization, basically approved by British government. Their agenda was the social issues, but in the course of the time, Congress changed its agenda. But Mahatma Phule didn't want to change his agenda. He never want to get to go against the British government, because he was honest about their um, one thing, that when British came in India and they gave us education, the fundamental right of human being. That was never happened in the Indian history. Many rurals were there in the course of the Indian history, but nobody initiated the education for the subaltern people of India. But it was the realm of British they started education. That's why he was more loyal to the British government. And at one place he says, at a proper time we will get our independence from when my last person will awake, when my last person will know the very meaning of the independence, very meaning of the slavery, then I will demand freedom for my country. But that is not the proper time. That's why he was away from the Sipahi's revolt and etc. So he criticized all these issues. My second chapter deals with the cultivator's whipcord as the book written by Mahatma Phule in 1879-83. It's a real portrait of farmers, cultivators whipcord. It's not a suicide cord. The title is very symbolic. It's a whipcord. Jyotiba quotes, I have written this book for the defense of Shudra Dasa community. In the prologue, he writes, that means this book is for the Dasya community, Shudra community. Shudra, Ati Shudra is a fond word by him. In the prologue, he says of this book, lack of education leads to loss of intellect. Lack of intellect leads to loss of morality. Lack of morality leads to loss of dynamism. Lack of dynamism leads to loss of wealth. Lack of wealth, Shudra perished. All these sorrows sprang alone from illiteracy. If we want a morally correct society, a civilized society, a honest society, then we must give education to every oppressed person. The river of education should go to the threshold of all subalterns. It's a foundation of all progress. Education is the foundation of all progress. If education is there, we can build a strong society. We can build a developed society. Uh, Now we are in a developing situation. One day, if we will be a developed country, but it will be on the basis of education. So, in this book, he asked for the free and compulsory education for the Shudrati Shudras. He knows the what is the importance of education in human beings. As we know, education is the third eye of human being. So, this education is affordable to everybody. In NEP, National Education, New Education Policy, there is no provision for the education for the last student because there are no such what will be the provision, economical provision for the student to take such a costly education. So Jyotirao Phule said to the British government, it's the responsibility of the government to make affordable, to give some scholarship, to take the responsibility of the economical matter of the education and provide the free and compulsory education to our last student. So in today's situation also these thoughts are very relevant in the era of this NEP. The, then he wrote slavery. I would like to say here that he published slavery in 1st June 1873. Title slavery, what is the title of this? The very title of this text of Jyotiba. Slavery in the civilized British government under the cloak of Brahminism, exposed by Jyotirao Govindra Phule. The book is divided in 16 chapters. The text is dedicated to the good people of the United States as a token of admiration for their sublime, disinterested and self-sacrificing devotion in the cause of Negro slavery, with an earnest desire that my countrymen may take their noble example as their guide in the emancipation of their Shudra brethren from the trammels of Brahmin thraldom. This is the book Slavery. The book written in June 1873. What is the more important here? He wants the admiration from the good, kind-hearted people of United States who fought battle against slavery, against the Negro slavery, make them free from all trammels and thraldoms. Such kind of a courage, such kind of a wisdom, we, the people of India, should take to eradicate the slavery in our country. We are the slaves. We, the Shudra brethren, all the 85 percentage of the population, 85% of India's population are slaves of Brahmin thraldom. We are the Brahminism. We are the slave of Brahminism. We are the slave of the given structure of Brahmin kingdom. We live in the era of Brahminism. So Jyotiba asked here to that wisdom, that caliber, that kind of support, that kind of a that new hope to break that trammels of Brahmin thraldom. Let there be schools for the Shudra in every village, but away with the Brahmin schoolmasters. Mental slavery is more fatal than the physical slavery. Physical slave, there is a physical slavery is mild than mental slavery. If the person becomes mentally slave, he remains slave for the thousands of years. But physical slavery remains for some time, for some time. Thus, if we want to break that slavery, to make that sense of mental slavery, then educate to the last student of the country. So there should be a school for every Sita student in all villages. The word the word slavery comes from the Latin sclava for the Slavonic captive, referring to the 19th century slavery of the Slavonic people. As per the Oxford Dictionary, English Dictionary, a person who works hard without proper remuneration or appreciation is called slavery. It's a beautiful definition. It's a simple word definition given by the Oxford Dictionary. A person who works hard without proper remuneration or appreciation is called slavery. That means some kind of appreciation should be there, proper remuneration should be there. When we when we when we see the clock our teachers without proper remuneration, they are slaves here. They are the slaves of system. And such kind of if there are no guarantee of permanent job, that means slavery. And we are on the threshold of privatization. In the privatization, there is no job guarantee. That means at some extent it is a slavery. And if there is no job guarantee, there is no appreciation. That means this is the term is fit for in today's era also. In the We are living in the world of privatization. Jyotiba was familiar with the Western thoughts on slavery. As he quotes the lines of epic poet Homer in the preface of this book, he writes, "The day that reduces a man to slavery takes from him the half of his virtues." These are the line of Homer. He, take, he takes these lines in the, these are the opening line of slavery. These are the opening line of Jyotiba's text slavery. The day that reduces a man to slavery takes from him the half of his virtues. It's a drawback of slavery. From slaves, we can't expect virtues. Colonel Halley has mentioned we can't leave the progress of the ignorant people of India on the will of few learned people like Brahmins. These are the ideas are expressed in the introduction of the slavery. Here, these in the context of the education, Jyotirao Phule has used these ideas. After reading the contemporary books, Jyotiba came to the conclusion that Brahmins are not the aborigines of India. They came to India before 3000 years ago. He takes the people, he takes the help of Dr. Princhard, an ethnologist. Aryans were an offshoot of the great Indo-European race and other countries in Asia and Europe. That means why we kept away from education while taking the answer of this question, he came on a conclusion that the people who are ruling on us, they never want to give education. Definitely, they are not our brethren. They are the dominant class, and they kept education to themselves. Education, they didn't liberate the education. They want to keep us slaves forever. So so he found the answer that these are the people, these cunning peoples are not our brethren because they came from abroad. The beautiful word he used in his interpreting the Aryan Iranian. Their immigration to India was not peaceful, but it was an invasion for victory, and the defeated natives are being called Shudras, which means insignificant. Mahari, which means great foe. Antija, Chandal, etc. As a result of this defense and resistance, so they were being treated with great hate and ill treatment. That means the invasion of Iranian Aryan invaders, it was not a peaceful invasion. It was a violent attack on the Indian culture, Indian civilization, and they defeated the natives and called them Shudras. They brought them in the and Shudra means the insignificant. He used the one word that Mahari, that means great foe for Aryans who never compromised. Mahari, Ankush, Chandal, these are the people who fought bravely with Iranian Aryans during the Iranian Aryan invasions. They never compromise like all other Shudras. Slavery correlates itself with the Varna system. The myth of Brahmadeva and Jyotiba's ambition on birth of Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. That means the Varna system imposed by Varna system, the caste system, is a fruit of Aryan invasion. They make slaves, 85% people of India, and impose slavery on them. He in this book he, does, he doesn't approve the myth of Brahma, and he asks that the Brahma gives birth Brahmins by mouth, Kshatriya by shoulder, Vaishya by thighs, and Shudra by feet. Then what was the Brahmin woman was doing while Brahma Deva was doing this? That is the question asked in this book by Jyotirao. Jyotiba's explanation on various avatara like Matsya, Kach, and Varaha, that means boar, etc. These terms are explained by him from chapter 2 to 5th of this book. This is chapter in 16. Um, this is a book in 16 chapters, and in from 2 to 5 there are these some varnas are explained. Matsya, Kacha, and Varha. That means Matsya means in a small boat. Aryan invaders came from sea route. In Kacha, that means they in a large quantity they attack on India. And when they came in India, they fought like Varaha. That means uncivilized way. Chapter 4th deals with the legend of King Bali and its widespread kingdom in 10 khandas across India and subcontinent like Sri Lanka and Bali. Bali is a country, island. As per the 2010 census of this country, there were 83% population of Hindus. In support of his statement that King Bali and his ideal kingdom was spread in 10 khandas. That means it was a large, widespread kingdom across India. Across the subcontinent, it reached to Sri Lanka and Bali. And in 10 khandas, he appointed 10 ministers there. What is the myth of Khandova? Khandova of Jajuri. And some terms in the context of Khandova of Jejuri, he used Khandova of Jejuri was a marked. That means never attacked on back of foes. He attacked on face. That's why he used this term, marked. Mallari, that means the powerful. During his reign, there were some powerful men. That means Malla. He defeated them. That is Mallari. Defeated Malla is Mallari. There is another myth of Masuba is there in slavery. Masuba means the Mahasuba, a large part of the state, and on that part there is appointed one authority, Mahasuba, and one authority is there. Masuba is is we know the term Masuba. Masuba these are the correlative terms. His kingdom was spread regions of Kashi and Ayodhya. These regions were under King's Bali's uh, rule, and the chieftain was called Kalbhairav. Kalbhairav was the authority of that Kashi and Ayodhya state of King Bali. And one thing we should know here that the Khandava of Jejuri was fond of music. One instrument was in his hand of leather, and Mallar Rag. He found Mallar Rag. That means Bhairava Rag. His appointed official Bhairava, who was also fond of music. He also found one raga, Bhairava Raga. That means Indian classical music was basically uh, of the people of the rulers, some one-time rulers of India. They were the fond of music, and now that classical music is music is worldly acknowledged. Everybody like this. Even the prime minister and president also like, and some international concerts are there. But basically, these are this kind of classical music is originated from Khandava of Jejuri. He was the founder of Mallara Raga. Mallu Khan was Khandava's sepoy to quell the rebels of many wrestlers. A famous Muslim singer, Mia composed Mia Mallar on the pattern of Mallara Raga. There was a Mallu Khan in the legend of Khandava of Jejuri. We we are familiar with the name of Mallu Khan. He was a wrestler and he defeated many Mallas in his battle with them. Another raga which is famous on the name of Mia Mallar. That raga is on the pattern of Mallar raga. King Bali's main Maharis means uncompromising Kshatriya who kept stiff resistance against Brahma. In the war of King Bali and Rama, the people who fought bravely, they were the Maharis, that means uncompromising Kshatriyas of King Bali. They never uh, they never accepted defeat until their death. They fought bravely, not in a mood of compromise. Legend of Rama, Parshurama, and Sita. Legendary King Rama and Sita we know in slavery and in the universal religion of truth. In these two texts, we find the reference for the Parshurama. There was a bridegroom's context in Sita, that means Sita Swayamar. In Sita Swayamar, Parshurama was mm, there as a bridegroom. Rama was there, Ravana was there. Jyotiba Phule asked, critically analyze the text, analyze the Ramayana. In Ramayana, there is a story that Parshurama was a so powerful man of that time. In Swayamvara, Sita Swayamvara, Ravana could not pull out that Dhanush, that means arch of Parshurama. But when one day, once Parshurama came to Dasharatha's house, not Janaka's house, sorry, Janaka's house, and Sita was playing with her friends outside the palace. And when she didn't found a stick. She um, put that Parshurama charge very easily, and like a horse was, she start playing with it. The question is here, if Sita was so powerful, and in the Swayamvara of Sita Swayamvara, Ravana could not uh, pull out that Dhanusha Ban of Parshurama, and Sita, when she was a child, she was easily playing with that Dhanusha. Then how it is possible to to keep Sita on the shoulder and escape from Ramakuti? That is the basic question asked by Jyotiba Phule here. Part 10th of the slavery deals with the legend of second King Bali, that means Jesus Christ, the champion of the rights of downtrodden. That means the first Bali, that means King Bali, Mahabali of India. But when he talk about the second Bali, King Bali, it was Jesus Christ. In his heart there was a compassion, mercy for everybody. His men came to India and they opened school for us. That's why Jyotiba Phule had respect for Jesus Christ also, and he attributed him as second King Bali who came on this earth. Shankaracharya knew Shankaracharya found a new religion called Vedanta, means Nastic Mat, that means atheism. The phallic image of Shiva he put before the masses, the phallic image of Shiva, to counter the Buddhism. That is the critical notes are in slavery. Critically right, Jyotirapali in slavery, but Shankaracharya to counter the Buddhism, he brought a new approach of Vedanta and misguided people. Mukundraj, Dhaneshwar, and Ramdasa, according to Jyotiba, these are the people who are culprit of Shudras. Instead of opposing Brahminism, they preach Karma Marga. The reference is here. The Muslims, the Prophet Muhammad's followers were coming to India, and most of the part of the India they defeated and come under their control, and they start um, they spreading the philosophy of Islamism. For Jyotiba, Islam means the equality, and Brahminism means the hatred to others. So, if these people, Mukundaraj, Dhaneshwara, and Ramdasa, were not there, or Maharashtra, in Maharashtra also, the Muslim, that means Islamic people, uh, Islam philosophy reached to the Jyoti Subrasi threshold. In the 14th chapter of slavery, that deals with the failure of British bureaucracy to control corrupt Brahmin servants. That means the corruption is not new for India. During the British bureaucracy, some corrupt Brahmin servants were there, and and they they are the cause of corruption during that time. Uncontrolled corruption was there. Chapter 15 deals with the conspiracy of Red Brahmins to keep Shudra away from education, from true knowledge. Which kind of a controversy, conspiracy is there? They always, moved to keep Shudras from education. British brought education to India, but Brahmin saw its monopoly. It's their inborn right to education, and Shudras are no right of education. That's why they were struggling for that mm, their supremacy in education. Chapter 16 of Slavery explains the dialogue between Jyotirao and his friend Dhondiba about ridiculous religious teaching to keep Shudras in utter slavery. That means his friend, in a dialogue form, this slavery is a book which the most of the writing of Jyotirao is in dialogue form. In slavery, in the 16th chapter, there is a dialogue between Dhondiba and Jyotirao. At some at some places, there is a dialogue between uh, Yashwanta and Jyotirao. Here in the 16th chapter also, they criticize the ridiculous religious teaching of Brahmins to keep Shudras in utter slavery. Then there is a next chapter about the universal religion of truth. This is the text written by Jyotiba in 1889, and posthumously, this book is published by his son Yashwant Jyotira Phule. Yashwanta is a name which is on the name of Yeshu, Jesus Christ. The universal religion of truth explains some terms. Uh, some terms are explained in these books. That means what is worship, what is chanting, what is offering, what is heaven, and what man and woman, what is virtue, caste discrimination. All things are explained in this chapter wise in this book. In a simple language, in a one or two paragraph, he explained these terms. He was a follower of one God. That means actually instead of God, he used the term creator. He put before us creator, the image of creator. That means it is not possible to put the image of creator to everybody's eye because it is a driving force of the universe. Creator means the driving force of the universe for him. And the worship of the creator is not possible. Chanting the name of creator is a useless thing for him. Offering him is useless. Heaven and hell, these are the notions of selfish Brahmin. For their selfishness, they put this stuff. They give equal importance to the man and woman. Without man, woman is without woman, man is nothing. He give some more points to woman. She has a more mental capacity than man. Then he explained the term virtue. What is virtue? That means what is good, what is wrong. He was against the caste discrimination. Caste system is Brahmin made. Is a fruit of Brahmin scriptures. There is no caste in birds, no caste in animals, no need of caste in human beings. All, if you want to make a distinction between man and woman, that, that is only a caste, caste of him. Actually, he doesn't approve that distinction even between man and woman also. Chapter uh, 4th deals with the unbroken poems, his ballads. He composes ballad on the life of Shivaji in poetic meter. The title of his ballad is Life of Shivaji in Poetic Meter in 1869. The ballad of Shivaji is divided in 8 sections. And this is the long ballad, near about 1000 lines are there. For him, Shivaji was the Shudra king. He put the ideal of Shivaji before the subalterns. Shivaji is a symbol of courage. Shivaji is a symbol of valor. He is a virile person. Traditional in a traditional writing, Shivaji is a foe of Muslims. But in Jyotiba's writing, Shivaji was the foe of some bad things of mm, mankind. He put the ideal of Shivaji because he was a, he was a, Shivaji was the great ruler. He thought about the welfare of the farmers. He gave chance to the um, many castes in his kingdom. He allocated them some jobs in his kingdom. He put faith on all people in his kingdom. That's why Shivaji was an ideal king for him. Although he kept wealth in his hand, still he was not selfish. He was in favor of giving share to every warrior in his kingdom. Such qualities are explained by Jyotirao in this ballad. There was no teacher of Shivaji. His work was his activities was inspired like a fish. Nobody tells how to swim to fish. In this way, Shivaji was self self-recognized, self-aware how to gain freedom. And if we want to call the first teacher of Shivaji, we can say Jizau was the only teacher of Shivaji Maharaj. Just like behind every child there is a first teacher, is his mother. In this way, Jizau was the first teacher of Shivaji, first and last. Uh, thus, Jyotiba Phule, I have selected these some books for my study, and I would like to open this session for the question hours. Kamble sir, Shuddhudun Kamble sir, am I
Ah,
audible?
yes, sir, you are
Uh,
audible.
yeah, now I think we should keep this session open for
Okay,
question
sir.
answer.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, sir. So, Dr. Ulemale sir has delivered his talk on Mahatma Phule's contribution on two subaltern theory studies. Ulemale sir, you will be happy to know that there is a person in this meeting, Ashok Shinde sir, who is doing PhD on Mahatma Phule and Thomas Paine.
Oh, nice, very nice. I like it.
Sir, Ashok Shinde sir, Are you online? Anurag Shinde, sorry, he is Anurag Shinde. He is
Okay, sir.
joining the meetings. He is doing
Yes, yes,
PhD
yes.
on
Yeah.
Mahatma Phule.
He want to admit. He is in waiting room, sir.
Okay, yeah,
No.
I have admitted him.
Okay, okay.
Anurag Shinde, sir. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. We are very much happy to know that you are doing PhD on Thomas Paine and Mahatma Phule.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
good.
please,
Very, very nice, sir.
yes, sir. Please comment on this deliberation given by Dr. Ulemale, sir. Please, sir. We would like to listen your comments. Please, sir. And your about
Yes,
your topic also, sir.
yeah, sir. I am very much fortunate to listen such a resource person that he has devoted much on the topics, especially the Mahatma Phule. One question that I would like to ask, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, my work is going on, comparative work is going on, uh,
Okay.
Thomas Paine and Jyotirao Phule.
Okay.
The topic that I have selected, the uh, religious reformation, social reformation of both the creative artists,
Okay, sir.
because our Phule is fully influenced by Thomas Paine's book Rights of the Man,
Okay. Yes, sir.
and that impact, Rights of Man's impact, that we can see all the creative literature by Phule in Marathi, in Maharashtra, and its impact in social reformation in Maharashtra, that you have pointed out. But so far as US reformations of Thomas Paine are concerned, I think that Phule is far better than Paine, because social scenario in America in Paine's time was very much different, and social scenario in Phule's time in Maharashtra, India, it was totally different one. So I am doing that, but whatever books I have referred, I come to the conclusion that Phule's contribution in all the socio religious, economic uh, background, his reformations are far ahead than Paine. And your deliberation is very much helpful for me to add new things, because I have selected 5 books of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule and 5 books of Thomas Paine. So
Okay, sir.
your deliberation will be very much helpful for me. Thank you, sir.
First of all, congratulations, Shinde sir, Anurag Shinde sir. You are so fortunate that you are doing your PhD on Jyotiba Phule and Thomas Paine. Eh, Thomas Paine or Thomas Paine.
Yes.
First of all, we should know that Jyotiba Phule came after 100 years after Thomas Paine.
Yeah, yeah.
Thomas Paine, before 100 years, Thomas Paine was fighting with his fellow men. He was fighting with George Washington. He was fighting with his other thinkers, and he was a very straightforward man. He was very straightforward. He liked to. He used to say, "My mind is my temple. No need of to go. No need to go to church." And such a revolutionary person was really inspiration for Jyotiba. His rights of man came 100 years before to the slavery. And USA was getting their freedom. He was a freedom fighter. George Washington, Thomas Paine, these were the freedom fighters. The same situation is in India. Thomas Paine and George Washington wanted freedom from the British, who were their relatives. Most of the Americans came from rulers came from Great Britain, Europe. And in India, rulers came from Iran and they are ruling us, and still they are ruling us. Even today, we didn't get freedom from their tradition in politics, in religion, in social. We follow their tradition. So the ideal of Thomas Paine and Jyotiba Phule is most important even in today's situation also. Even I like it, sir, and wish you all the best for your work that you have selected some books of both these writers, both these revolutionary.
One more thing, sir.
Yeah,
Hello, sir.
yes, sir.
Uh, in farmers' whip card, uh, today we see that farmers are committing suicides.
Yeah,
But the issue, so the farmers' situation and farmers' suicide, this issue is raised by Phule in
yeah,
his book. So we can think that how much visionary person he was, that he has pointed out
yeah,
the
yes,
same thing
yes.
hundreds of
Yeah,
years
yeah.
back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very nice question, sir. That it's a cultivator's sweet card. It's that means the problems of farmers are, even today they are facing problems. Even in the British time, Indian farmers were facing problems. The problems in British bureaucracy was different, but in today's time the problems are different. But in the British time, in the British bureaucracy, in the British realm, the Indian farmer never committed suicide. There was not a single news that the farmer committed suicide. But in Brahmin bureaucracy, in Brahmin government, farmers are committing suicide. What is the exact cause behind it? First of all, the farmers couldn't try to mm, know the, try to understand the thoughts of slavery, thoughts of cultivators. You got there are a number of reasons are there. Not only only uh, political issues are there behind the farmer suicide, because the Indian farmer who is a who is drawn in traditions, he followed the Brahmin traditions. He want to spend money on wedding. He want to celebrate all festivals, spending money on festival. He never thought he in cultivators record Jyotiba Phule try to bring out Indian farmer from the religious hypocrisy, religious festivals. He he tried to bring the Indian farmers. He tried to make aloof from the Brahmin traditions. He want to he tried to give new religion to Indian farmer, but Indian farmer never tried to understand Jyotiba's thoughts, his economical thoughts, his uh, agricultural thoughts. Even today, what was economical thoughts of Jyotiba Phule? Jyotiba Phule was a good farmer. He was a good administrator. That means he was a CEO of municipality of Pune. He was a contractor. He put the ideal of um, joining business should be there. Joint business should be there. Don't depend wholly on agriculture. The Indian farmer should not depend on the agriculture, because in the course of the time his agriculture is reducing, his field is reducing, members are increasing in farmers house, and he should take some other side business for his survival. That is my economical observation of about Jyotiba. And another is, as I told you, that he didn't like the farmers following the traditions of Brahmins. That means he is celebrating festivals by by taking money from money lenders. That is not good. Yes, next question, family sir. Is it okay, Zaro sir?
Sir, Ulemale
Yes,
sir,
sir. Yes, sir.
uh, the visionary persons are always visionary because they look at the future, and their views are very relevant in the present time also.
Yeah.
And the revolution which was done by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule was the inspiration for him. He told that Mahatma Phule is my guru. Okay,
Yeah.
so really the visionary persons, and we are studying their works even today, and we are finding it is relevant in the present time also. And
Yes.
we also know that your fight to get this topic confirmed with the university,
Yes.
uh, it was also a different issue to discuss. So thank you very much,
Yes.
sir, for your scholarly deliberation. I request all the participants, if you have any query, if you have any question regarding this topic, you can ask. Participants, please.
Yes.
Ulemale sir.
Otherwise, we will go to
Yes, sir.
conclusion,
Yes.
concluding part.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Satya, sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I think
Sir.
there is nobody
Hello,
to
sir.
ask the comments.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ask, sir. Ask.
Yes, sir. Telugu, sir, please.
So you talk about Bali, Raja Bali, King
Yeah.
Bali,
Yeah.
but there were no too much research on him, I
Yes, sir.
think,
Yes, sir.
except Salunke, he has written one book,
Yeah.
Badi
Badi
Vansha.
Vansh. Badi Vansh.
What do you think about that book?
Yes, sir. Very nice, sir. Actually, Dr. Aha Salunke, sir, is a professor of Sanskrit.
Yes.
And in that book, Badi Vansh,
Hmm.
he explained a number of legends regarding King Bali. In that book, Bali Vansh, he explained the exact meaning of Bali Vansh. Actually, a number of people who are the followers of Mahabali, King Bali, they are the Tamil people. As a Rajarshi Shah Maharaj also uh,
Hmm.
wanted the people of Maharashtra should follow the ideal of the Tamil people. In the social movement, the Tamil people are
हे पहिलंच चालू आहे
more
ना?
ahead than Maharashtrians. Tulu Nadu
Hmm.
is a word for the Bali Vansh. Tulu Nadu means Bali Vansh, and Tulu Nadu means Tamil Nadu. That through that book, Salunke sir take us to the south.
Hmm.
A number of legends he developed in that book. I read that book at some extent, and really it's a very good book, sir. It
There
it
is
was
a
helpful
need
for me.
to, sir,
Yeah.
now there is need to explore this research on Badi
Yes,
Vansha
sir.
and our
Yeah. Yes, sir.
all mythical things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
Sir, one more question.
Yes, sir.
You talk about these Eurasian people or Arya people, they came from
Yeah.
outside,
Yeah.
and yet we do not get free from their slavery.
Yeah.
Then what will be the way in this 21st century, what will be the way to get free from their slavery?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now you know very well what is the situation of our country.
Yes. 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 Definitely.
Then what do you think about it?
Yes, sir. Good question, sir. Definitely, sir. My answer is uh, the ideas given by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, the ideas given by Dr. Jyotiba Phule are relevant even today. If we want to, if we want to come out from that Brahminical ideas, notions, the books written by Jyotiba Phule and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar are definitely guiding source for us. The Universal Religion of Truth is a book Jyotiba Phule wrote. In that book, he, he says that religion is a personal matter. He comprises religion in the in the bookshelf. If the son want to read Bible, he should read it and follow the principle of Bible. If the daughter want to follow Buddhism, she should read the Dhammapad and follow the principle of Buddhism. If the mother wants to read another book, if the father wants to read Quran, he should read and follow the principle of Quran. That is the simple way he has given in the universal religion of truth. And this is the best way to come from this diluted atmosphere, in today's diluted atmosphere, warmongered world.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Ulemale sir,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
for
sir.
your.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Sadhya sir, please give the vote of thanks and pass your comments.
Uh, Thank you, Kamlesh sir. It is my great privilege, honor to express my sincere gratitude towards Dr. Ulemale sir, and Kamlesh sir just told me to express my thoughts or comments on his lecture. I think the views that he has expressed in today's deliberations, uh, and he relate all those thoughts to the contemporary situations. It is very important and thought provoking. I think it is time to think, and we must do some constructive work as our earlier role models and the great reformers also did the same. And we know that they are our inspirators, and it is our responsibility to take their work in future. Uh, it was nice to listen Dr. Ulemale sir, his thorough research in the Mahatma Jyotiba Phule's writings, and especially subaltern studies, uh, pave the new way for the new researchers. Even Sindhe sir is also doing his research on comparative literature of Phule and Thomas Paine. Uh, this is the thing that we have to do time and again. So once again, uh, I congratulate Dr. Ulemale sir for the nice deliberations, and on the behalf of Progressive People's Forum, I thank all the participants who actively participated in the discussions, and they listen peacefully, carefully. Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you
Over
very
to
much, sir.
Kamble sir.
Thank
Okay.
you very much, sir. Thank you, Sadhya sir, Kamble sir.